And how many times have we all been there? We have a perfect chance to get up and down for par, maybe even birdie. We're greenside, maybe in two on a par four, trying to get up and down, and we have a perfect chance. We know we should pull it off. There's not too many obstacles, too much holding us back from hitting a good shot, and we blade it. We blade it over the green, we hit it long, or we chunk it a couple feet, and then it kills our consistency, kills our confidence, and the overall flow we have for our round. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the exact technique you're going to want to use for at least 80% of your shots around the green, and how the best players in the world do it, and how you're going to be able to do it to hit clean, crisp chip shots that you're wanting to hit, and know that you're going to avoid that chunk or thin forever. So real quick, if you're getting value out of this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell. You'll see future content that's valuable to you and other golfers like yourself. Maybe share it to a friend, hit the like button, helps myself and helps you out as well. So before I get into the solution, I want to make sure that you understand why this happens. Your chunks, your thins, it's all from the same root cause, and that is a lack of low point control. What is low point? Low point is the lowest point the club will travel before heading back up. So if this is the ground and our ball is here, if our low point is in front, it's a chunk. We fix this. Well, first of all, most golfers unfortunately tend to do the wrong things when they're trying to fix this issue. They'll get armsy. They'll use too much arms, lack of body rotation. Their shoulders will get stuck. Their lower body will have no movement. And most of the time, their weight will be on the right side, which we do not want. Instead, what we need to do is create a consistent, repeatable motion that you not only understand, but can pull off with any club, any lie, any situation, so you can cut the nerves, cut the stress, and know that you can pull it off time and time again. Okay, so you're probably thinking, how do I fix this? I understand, I get it. I'm struggling with the lack of low point control. I'm hitting behind it. Maybe I'm hitting too shallow and I just don't have enough descent angle to consistently hit ball first. How do I fix this? Well, there's many ways that you can chip. There's many techniques. I'm going to show you the fundamental basic way that the best player in the world is doing, and you can emulate that, or any other player who's doing the exact same thing. And there's a few simple things you have to do. Starting with setup, we want to stand nice and tall. We don't want to have any tension in our lower back. I like to feel the majority of my weight in the front foot. The reason I say majority, I don't want to say 80, 90. I want to say majority because everyone's different. Now, as we take our setup here, I like to feel my hands hang under my shoulders. Nice, soft grip. Our connection to the club is extremely important. Now, from here, how do we actually improve our low point? If we're chunking it, our low point is behind the ball. Notice how I'm not turning and my weight is back. Our focus point should be doing the exact opposite of what we're doing at the moment. Weight forward, club in front of us, nice and down on that ball. Another thing to keep in mind is arm structure. You'll hear a lot of people talking about, a triangle or a Y. Yes, we want to maintain this and we want to keep shaft lean. I don't want you thinking about too many things like that. Our body's going to operate naturally if we allow it. So just keep the flow, stay nice and loose. Watch what the best players in the world are doing. It works for a reason. What does this do? It creates a consistent radius. If we can do that, we can consistently control the lowest point of our swing. When our arms and hands are changing the distance from our body, we're moving back and forth, our weight shifting way right, way left. That's going to go all over the place. There's a lot less movement than you may think, although there's still a lot of flow and rhythm that you want to maintain. Most people think, oh, isn't that rigid and robotic? No, this is what's natural, what our body wants to do. As we keep this nice and structured here, we are going to create the most repeatable motion we can possibly make. It's not an accident the best players in the world can hit a simple shot 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 up and down, because they understand how to hit it, and it's very rare that they're going to make an error that's going to be large enough to make a mistake. So why is everything I've been talking about so far important? Well, in simple terms, it gets our low point forward, period. If you want to chip well, you have to do that. If your low point is consistently in front of the ball, or after the ball, I should say, to clarify that, you're going to chip good, period. If you have a really bad lie, you're going to be able to get the ball first before you even make contact with the ground. If you have really thick grass, you're going to minimize the effect that grass is going to have. If you have a tight lie, well, the bounce isn't going to bounce off the ground and then you thin it across the green, right? We've already made contact with the ball and the club is still descending. Okay, so how do we put this into action? Make this really short and simple for you, starting with setup. We want a nice narrow stance, slightly open with the ball mostly back. Why is that important? That helps us get ball first and a low point forward. We want to stand nice and tall with our arms hanging on our shoulders nice and comfortably. Weight forward, as I mentioned, shaft lean is going to be roughly inner left thigh, at least for a basic stock shot. Now you may be wondering how much we need to open the face. We do not need to open the face for this, so that's a big misconception. Let the club do the work, unless we need to hit a high shot. I'll open it up a little bit here. Okay, so let me recap this and demonstrate it for you to make it as simple as possible. So if I'm on the course, step up, club first, just slightly open with a nice vertical shaft. Reason being, we want that toe down. We don't want the heel to grab and the club to roll over. Nice and close to the ball, standing nice and tall. Weight forward, ball back. A little bit of shaft lean, hands under the shoulders, keeping that pendulum, controlling the arc, keeping our triangle, right? We'll go ahead and hit one here. Perfect. Notice how I hit ball first. Grass after the ball is still descending post contact. I hit one more here, a little further. Same thing, ball back, weight forward. If you struggle with flipping the club up like this and you thin it a lot, your thought is thumbs down. Thumbs are going to be pointing at the ground versus up. That's also going to get the flight a little lower. You'll see that on this one. All right, now let me show you what unfortunately the common golfer does. Now remember that our main touch point is a lack of low point control. So where does that thin and chunk come from? Typically we'll chunk it because we hit way in front of the ball, and knowing we're a chunker, what do? We're going to try to flip it, all right? That's not going to work. We can't flip the club to get to the ball. Notice how my hands stop moving? We can't have that, right? Our hands need to stay in front of the club the entire time. Working around our body. As I mentioned before, watch the best players in the world. Don't take my word for it. Watch what they do. Watch how they do it and why it's so repeatable. Okay, so now I'm kind of going to do like a rapid fire, quick fix of some of the most common issues in a short game. So first off, the chunk. Okay, I hear you, low point needs to be improved. I'm still chunking it. I can't get over this chunk. I guarantee you, you're doing at least one of the following. Your weight's too far on your trail side, which for a right-handed golfer will be your right. The shaft is too far back. It can also be too far forward. I see that very often too, right? So how do we fix this? Weight forward, nice and tall. Keeping the club moving, keeping the butt end of the grip moving. There we go. Hit the pin on that one. So this next one I hear quite a bit, and it's a lack of distance control, and that's a very, very common issue. And I also think it's quite easy to fix. So we have to make one simple change. Obviously in line with everything else we've been talking about in this video, you have a huge lack of rhythm and tempo paired with rotation. You're having a lack of consistency in how you are creating power. What do I mean by that? Let's say I have this short little chip shot here and you think you need to be about right here. Well, what if I hit 3 or 4 shots from here, but the speed is different every single time? We're going to expect the result is going to be different as well. Watch what the best players in the world do. They're going to have a very similar rhythm, tempo, kind of like a similar feel for each shot. And of course it's going to vary, but you have to figure out what that tempo is and that speed is that keeps things moving, gets the low point forward. So I'll hit one here. Let's say you're struggling with that distance control. My thought is, okay, keep that smooth, nice rhythm. But how far do I need to take it back? Only take it about as far back as you have to. So I'll go to the second flag here. Get out right here. So that's all you have to do to improve your distance control is just get a solid, consistent rhythm and tempo, and then just adjust the distance of your swing from there. It's really simple. Practice this, work it in, and you'll see the results right away. What is so great about mastering this fundamental? Well, let me show you. So when you control the low point, you can hit any shot you want around the green with any club. Let's say we want to play something like a putt, but we have some scruffy grass in front of us here where we want to carry it a few feet. We want to roll it out the remainder. I have an 8-iron here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to choke down on the club, open it fractionally, ball back, weight forward, keeping that triangle, rocking our shoulders. I'm going to play this just like a putt. The low point's still going to be forward. That is a must for this shot. Really nice. Now I'll grab my lofted club here. Let's say we need to hit it a little higher. What do we need to do to make that happen? Well, two things. We need to put the ball forward in our stance. But before you say, oh, doesn't that mean that we're going to throw the club and flick? Nope. We're going to put it forward and add loft. We're going to open our stance. We are still having that low point in front or forward of the ball, excuse me. So I'll hit another one here, but this one's going to be much higher. We want to be much steeper on this ball. Really nice. It drops like a parachute. The fear you have around greenside shots is really simple. It just comes from a lack of understanding of what you need to do and how to do it. So now that you know that all you're missing is control of your low point, do yourself a favor and go out and hit some balls. Practice. Really work this in. Rehearse. Make sure your alignment is proper. Make sure your stance isn't too far apart. Make sure your weight position is correct. Make sure you're not too tense. Make sure you're using the proper club. Don't hit 60 from everywhere. Find how easy this is and replicate it and use it around the greens and watch how it makes your scores plummet. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a like and maybe even send it to a friend who you think could use the help. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. It's completely free. If you're looking for more personalized help and looking to fast track your progress, I have a link in the description to book a call with me. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, have a great week of golf.